Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Well, we're on the coastal road and we're on the final descent into Paphos. Coming up on the right-hand side will be the King Elephant Hotel. What did he say? Did you say? The King Eliathan Hotel. 5-star luxury hotel. And quite a few superstars have stayed in there. I mean, I remember my colours King James and his Queen Karine and Princess Darlie. Straight to the point, yes. Princess Darlie. They stayed there a few years back and we made a special video for them. So if you go hunting in the search bar on YouTube and pop in Marika and me, King Elephant Hotel, King Eliathan Hotel, that video will come in, and luckily we didn't get chucked out. I also remember Tom who plays games. We bumped into him there last year and we had a bit of a chat with him, and he had a great time with his mum and dad and his two sisters. He said it was a great hotel and he wants to come back again. If you saw the sign, it means we're in Paphos because it read Paphos. There we are. And there's always confusion over how to spell Paphos, isn't there? Because is it P-A-P-H-O-S or is it P-O-F-O-S? I don't know. Even I'm confused. Yeah, I'm dyslexic and an idiot in a blue hat and a pair of sunglasses. But at least we can say it, Paphos. Or I think you're supposed to say Paphos. But there we go. We'll just say Paphos. If you're wondering how much benzene is, 148.9, so let's call it 150. So put that into euros for a gallon of fuel, because I work in gallons, not this litres rubbish, and that works out at what, 150, so about £7 a gallon. So it's not cheap. When you work it out, you realise, my God, £7 a gallon, and I drive around and spend probably about £50 a day, so 60 euros a day on driving around. But there you go. And I'm not even a taxi. What I should do is be getting clever, isn't it? And offer taxi services. There we go. People have to listen to me ranting and raving as I drive around. Probably wouldn't work, but no, probably not. Anyway, I'm going to say thanks for watching. Click off and bye-bye. There we are. We're in downtown Paphos. I suppose you'd call this Tomb of the King's Road, although I don't think technically it is, but it's the road that joins Tomb of the King's restaurant. What's this place here? It's called Jimmy's Killer Prawns. So if you want them to kill a prawn for you, that's the place to go. Ask for Jimmy and I'm sure he will kill 1 or 2 prawns especially for you. I've never been there. I was gonna go there and then that thing called the pandemic came along, and that's when it actually opened, by the way. And this sort of could have got a takeaway, but I normally go and eat out, so I was going to go there and then that thing called the pandemic came along, so we didn't go. One of these days I'm going to go there and say to Jimmy, hey, can you kill a few prawns especially for me and Miss Marika, and we're going to go dine there, and you never know, he might allow us to film it as well. You never know, he may even allow us to show the receipt just to upset Paul with a small R. But there we go, that's another little rant, isn't it? Where are we? Tomb of the Kings. How do I know that? Because on the right hand side, that is the Tomb of the Kings archaeological site. I've never been in there because I'm not actually into that stuff. I'm not cultured. I'm not educated enough. So I don't go into those things. But I know that Miss Andrea and Mr. Mart did. I don't think Miss Andrea was, well, what's the words? I don't think she enjoyed it very much. But and more to the point, I don't think she enjoyed the walk, because Mr. Mark got her to walk from the Dionysus Hotel, so that's in the, well, top of the promenade. So I think it was about 40 minutes, she said, to walk it, if you're curious to know, if you want to walk it. And didn't enjoy it at all. There's a car accident happening up here, I think, and this guy's trying to squeeze down my inside because he doesn't want to give me any respect. In a minute I'll just get out and have a word with you two idiots. But there we go. There's no respect on the roads, is there? I know it's the same anywhere in the world. Everyone is in this huge rush to get to where they want to go, and they seem to forget that there's things called traffic. Well, there's this idiot. There we are. He's now going to go down the outside lane and cut in on front of everyone else. There you go. There you go. A man who's got no respect for anybody else in the world. What you should do, you should be allowed to do, is get a gun, get him out of the car, and just put a bullet straight between his eyes, because he doesn't care about you, me, or anybody else. There we go. And most people would say, you've done the world a favour. There we are. Sorry about the rant, but most people in the car would agree with me. And as we can see, if I go into this lane now, this man that was in such a big hurry, a huge hurry he was in, has actually gone through a red light as well. There we go. Oh no, he hasn't, sorry. He's actually, so we've got a silver car here to my right, we've got a red car in front of that one, and there's the man in the white car that didn't want to let me in, then undertook everybody, and then cut in front of them and went through a red light for what? What can I say? There we go. These are the problems you have when you're driving around, not just in Cyprus. I understand it's everywhere in the world. It's a place where everybody believes that they're much, much cleverer than everybody else, and then they find out that they're not. Anyway, we're on Tomb of the Kings Avenue, and we've got a kiosk here. We've got Tomb of the Kings, T for 2. That's on the left as well. You've got the King's Hotel. That's owned by the man who owns the King's Restaurant in the harbour. Of course, his name is Mr. Harris, and he is on the Municipality Board of Governors, and he is a big, big friend of the most important man in the world, well, in Paphos anyway. And of course, his name is Fodonis, the greatest mayor in downtown Paphos, and he's got a great, great vision for Paphos, and he's doing some great, great things for the harbour and the promenade. And we promise you that when you come in the summer, Paphos will be better than it ever was before. So please, please bear with us. Improvements have to be made, and legalities have to be put into place, infrastructures and all those kind of things. But we promise you that the harbour and the promenade will come back much, much better than it was before, and you're going to have a great, great holiday, that's for sure. So Tomb of the Kings Avenue Mall is about to come up on the left hand side. This is the Tomb of the Kings Avenue roundabout, well, that's what we call it. That's Paphos Mall roundabout on the Tomb of the Kings Avenue, and we are going to go straight, and there's a big, big church in front of us. Sorry, Mr. Ian, I've forgotten what it's called again. It's just a church to me, with no insult to anyone, but it's just a church. We've got a man in a Porsche now, and he's a bit erratic as well. But there we go. We'll keep an eye on him, shall we? He seems to think because he's got a faster car than everyone else, and he's hired it, that he should be allowed to drive faster than everyone else. But that's not the way it works. And that's the wrong lane to a church. Should we play a little game with him? We'll go in this lane. Oh, no, he wants to come back into this lane. There we go. So he didn't look any further than his bonnet because another idiot's in a car. But there we go. What can you say? He's obviously much, much cleverer than you and me. And it appears they're making a YouTube video as they drive along as well. What can you say? There we are. World full of idiots, I'm afraid, and I include myself in that as well. There's no bigger idiot than myself. So before you make any comments saying I shouldn't criticise other people, well, I criticise myself first. I don't take life too seriously, and anybody who does, well, you must be an idiot, because your life is going to be very, very short. Ooh, what's he delivering? What's in the back of there? You always wondered when you see these delivery guys risking their lives to get that pizza or that kebab to you. You always wonder what is in that little oven on the back, and you want to pull him over and mug him, because I've got a feeling at this time of day that's going to be something nice, lunchtime. So he's either coming from, where's he coming from? Because it can't be McDonald's because they get their own little delivery drivers, and it can't be Pizza Hut because they've got their own, and it can't be Domino's. Oh, what's in the back? Let's go and catch him up and knock him off, and let's find out. There we go. There goes an idiot in a Porsche. There you go. Man in a big, big rush. Now that's a nice car, isn't it? Look at that there. Look at that. That's a Mercedes AMG GT, isn't it? I know it's just off camera now, but that's a car trader on the other side of Paphos, and he's trying to flog that car. I think he wants 160,000 euros for it. I mean, it's a very nice car. If you've got 160,000 euros, go on then, go and buy it. But not a very practical car for Cyprus because it's too low. And the road surfaces in Cyprus, as you keep hearing me say, are absolutely Sherlock Holmes. And I mean Sherlock Holmes. Now, this is the inner ring road, as I call it, in Paphos. And this is one of the longest delayed traffic lights in the world. You're sitting here for half your life wondering what's going on. And there's cars coming from here and there's cars coming from there. But anyway, if you were to take a left at these traffic lights, you'd go up what's called Russian Road. And if you go up there for, 100 metres and take a left, you go into the main foyer of the Mayfair Gardens Hotel. So, in our opinion, one of the best hotels in Paphos, by the way. It's not the most luxurious hotel in Paphos, no, but it's a very, very location-central hotel for the harbour and the old town and midtown Paphos. And the service and the food in there, it's excellent, and it really, really is. Christos, the general manager, he's a superstar, Mr. Urich, who owns the hotel, is another superstar, and all of the staff that we ever come across in there, and everyone tells us the same thing, are wonderful, wonderful people indeed. So if you're looking for a sensibly priced place to stay in Paphos, to be honest, look no further than the Mayfair Hotel. And there's a lot of people who've stayed there that we personally know and have met, and they say exactly the same thing. So there we go. This here is the rear of the King Jason Hotel. Yep, that's that one. Again, very, very popular hotel, centrally located. Forgive those potholes that we just went over. A great, great hotel, great service, very, very friendly staff, a great private pool area, and a great private adults only area as well. So again, don't hesitate. For a sensible price, the King Jason Hotel in downtown Paphos is a very, very good place to stay. Now, if we keep going along this road, we're going to come to, actually I don't really stay on this road that long. We're going to turn off because I know what you want. You want a great, great view. At the end of the day, you want to finish a Marika and me video in downtown Paphos with a spectacular view across the blue Mediterranean Sea. So let's take a right just down here and let's light up the eyes of some of the superstars on the channel known as Marika and me. Dayman, her eyes are going to light up. Miss Maggie, her eyes are going to light up. Oh, so sweet Lady Caroline, her eyes are going to light up. Miss Nessie, her eyes are going to light up, because we're going to come out across to a hotel which is going to lift their day, that's for sure. And then we're going to swing just past it and go into a car park and show you a spectacular view across the blue Mediterranean Sea. So wait for it, girls. Do you know where we are? Do you know what's coming up? One or two of you might. I know there's a lady called Miss Gemma, and she knows where we are as well, don't you? Yeah. If you're watching, Miss Gemma, little resort, Limonary Gardens, and you're going to be moseying on down there for 7 weeks this summer, isn't it? Yes. Jason, you must have been gardening very, very well indeed, that's for sure. Anyway, girls, what's that building in front of us? Do you know what it is? It's a hotel that doesn't need much of an introduction. It's a hotel with the word great in its name. Alexander the Great. And just over yonder, Alex and his horse Stavros, they are waiting for you. One of the greatest hotels in downtown Paphos, that is for sure. So stick with us for a little bit longer, and we're going to transcend through a car park, and we're going to come out and have a spectacular view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. A view that's going to take your breath away. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit that like, click the subscribe, and please come back for a little bit more of my madness. Here we go. Have a look at that. That sea. It's blue. And you've even got a big ship to say hello to you. And on top of all that, Captain Saba has got some victims, and he is parasailing the absolute life out of them. Feast your eyes and digest. This is a little car park in front of the Anesthesia Beach Bar in downtown Paphos. That's the rear of the Amavi 5-star luxury hotel. So a big shout out to you, Mr. Cox, Miss Julie, Miss Kath, and Mr. Colin. Hopefully we'll see you again very, very soon indeed. That's the big eyesore that's being, well, rapidly finished off. But if you look to the end of it, once they put the glass balconies on it and painted it in white, to be honest, it doesn't blend in that badly. So on that, I'm going to say thanks for watching, and we'll see you very, very soon.